I want you to give me big, fiery youth pastor energy for this opening.
Okay, guys. Wait, can I get my guitar?
Yeah.
Ding, 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 ding. Guys, it's been crazy, but I hope you all have been having a good time. Ding, 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 ding. Remember, guys, okay, let me do the voice. Remember, guys, it's really not okay to have sex before you're married. Ding, 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 ding.
Does that rule apply to Super Saiyans?
Yes. Guys, me and my smoking hot wife were talking the other day, and I just really wish you guys weren't smoking weed and having sex before you're married.
If you're wondering what's happened, you're in the Church of Dragonball speak.
Seriously, guys, sex is not cool unless it's with my hot wife. Ding, 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 ding. How's that?
That was excellent.
Thank you.
I'm keeping all that in.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Dragon Ball Speak, a show where we summarize and review every episode of Dragon Ball Z, and we rate them each on a scale of 1 to 7 stars. I'm one of your hosts, Brandon. I'm one of your hosts, Brandon. Oh, you're Brandon.
No, I say Wesley.
Oh, okay. And I'm Wesley.
No, I'm Wesley.
Okay, and I'm Brandon. This is Dragon Ball. This is Dragon Ball Speak, episode 69. Oh, sorry, that's nope, not yet. This is 65. Is this 60? Is it? Dragon Ball Speak.
Are we live?
Oh crap. Oh Jesus. We're live.
Okay,
on Twitch.com.
Let's keep it real.
/Dragon Ball.
We're giving you Dragon Ball Speak filler. Not because what we watched was filler necessarily, but because what we watched is not going to give us a ton of content to talk about. So we're giving you the inside scoop. Tell them what you learned about Dragon Ball Super, the new season coming out. This is an exclusive Dragon Ball Speak.
It's scoop. Not okay. So there's no super, but I actually did want to talk to you about Dragon Ball. Can you tell me about Dragon Ball Breakers? The Breakers. How you feel about that?
So Dragon Ball Breakers.
It's the Breakers. Isn't it the Breakers?
I think it is the Breakers.
Okay. They said it's going to cost less than MSRP, of like 60.
Oh, that's actually awesome.
Yeah,
I'm actually hype about it. Me game too. Where you get to play as Oolong, the main character. Finally, everyone knows he's the main character of the show, but the games have not really acknowledged that.
Acknowledged on the table.
Speaking of Oolong, this episode, they're gonna think we're on like cocaine or something.
We're not. Tell them, please.
We're on White Claws, baby, and Coke Zero. New figure alert. New figure alert.
It sounded like you were making a pig noise. Okay, go. It was. Yeah, squealing.
Drop a comment if you know who those two characters are. First person to drop that comment, we might go and respond as Dragon Ball Speak and say, good job. Like if you're the first person to name those two characters in the comments.
On a real note, we're giving away something exclusive. Our respect. It's not easy to come by.
It's not, no.
Must be earned.
We have not even earned each other's respect. And we've been doing this for years.
Probably never will. I just don't respect him.
And I don't even really like looking at him. That's why I don't.
Yeah, we don't look at each other when we talk very much. Now I'm looking at you. Episode 210 is the World Tournament. So we're at the World Tournament. Yes, where we left off. Gohan is... So he's like not surprised at the fact that Vegeta destroyed the punching machine or whatever. But Videl is like, what the hell is going on here? It's like there's this group of strong people.
Videl.
Do you think she's like...
not paying attention to anything she's done in the last few episodes? She saw them fly. She saw them go Super Saiyan. She knows what's going on.
She hasn't seen them go Super Saiyan.
Okay, fair enough. But they didn't even go Super Saiyan. She's just like, who are these individuals that can fly and are super strong?
She thought no one was stronger than her dad.
Yeah, which... they all look exactly like the people that she was just training with.
That is true.
Goten is dressed just like his dad.
And has the same hair.
And she's like, who is this strange, mysterious group of people who were very strong? unusually strong, like that Goten fellow that I trained with the other day.
Yeah, and Goku walks by and he says hey to Videl and she meets him or whatever, and then she's like, who's that? And then Gohan's like, that's my dad. And she's like, I thought he was married to someone else. And he was like, no, he's just dead. That's why he had a halo. And she's like, duh? And then
Tim Allen.
So we learned that in the kids division, the winner of the kids division is doing an exhibition match with Mr. Satan,
which is the funniest concept in the world. We are not worried about it because we know who the winners are going to be, and it's going to be somebody who can defeat Mr. Satan. But the idea
it's
that
Adesa.
No, it's
what is it?
Akosa.
Akosa.
The idea that in this tournament, like, oh, you won, and now Mr. Satan's going to beat the shit out of you. What's going on? What's going on in this world, y'all? Come on.
I guess like the thing that he would do is like let them win. You know,
you think Mr. Satan's going to let a kid win?
No.
Yeah, he absolutely wouldn't. He would pile drive them, rock style.
Okay, here's a question. Mr. Satan versus Krillin when he first showed up on Roshi's Island.
Krillin. I'm not convinced Mr. Satan has any real skills.
He's very buff.
Yeah, but you can be buff and useless. Look at me.
Look at me.
Dang. Look at us making the same joke. Respect.
I was faster.
You just earned my respect.
Clip that. I was faster. Chat. Clip that, chat. Mods, ban
Can we
that
get
guy.
some W's in the chat?
And poggers. It's a joke. What is that? It's a joke. Oh, okay. Okay, so this part actually made me laugh.
Yeah.
The part where he jumps out onto the ring and then he slips and hits his head and he has to play it off in front of the crowd. I chuckled a lot.
Yeah, you did. You did have a little chuckle.
I have me a little chuckle. It tickled me. Yeah. I like Mr. Satan and his antics. You hate him.
I hate him more than any other character in the show.
What's crazy is that he has more screen time now than he did when you said we would never see him again.
I know.
Is he better or worse than King Kai? I think he's much better than King Kai.
I think he's better than King Kai. Barely. I think King Kai and Mr. Satan should get assassinated in the world of Dragon Ball Z. Earth 216.
So you think like Videl is stronger than Mr. Satan? I feel like we talked about this.
Yeah, we did last week.
Okay. So we get so they bring down this blimp and we get the reenactment of the Cell games, which also
pretty awesome.
It also tickled the shit out of me.
Yeah.
It really like actually made me laugh. Like it's funny.
Were they using kids for it, or like did everything just turn?
The costumes were just like big chibi costumes. Yeah. It was just like fake plastic costumes.
Mr. Satan saves the day
from Cell.
We know that's not what happened.
I love too that he's like stepping on the buttons to like do tricks. Oh man, I love it, man.
No, I actually really liked the reenactment. That was probably my favorite part of this episode.
Yeah, and then Trunks and Goten are hanging out in like the prelims or whatever, and they're kind of like bantering amongst each other. And Goten I like more than Trunks. You like Trunks more than Goten?
A lot more, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I like Goten more. I'll admit, not the best voice.
No,
I know you don't like his voice.
It's not even. It's if it was like a different character, I'd probably be fine with it. It's just that like it's literally Kid Goku. And I know why they can't use the same voice, but I'm just seeing Kid Goku and I'm like, and then also Gohan kind of, and I'm like, this voice doesn't work for me with this character model. Also, Trunks is just sick and voiced by Laura Bailey, who's also cool.
I still don't like Gohan's voice.
I'm neutral.
Really?
Yeah, I don't dislike it, but it's not one that like screams, oh, this is awesome.
It's kind of like Yamcha's voice. It's just like, hey, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. It just doesn't suit him to me. So we get Adesa and his mom, or like she called him Inasa, but he was also called Idesa. Yeah.
I didn't think these were going to be characters that we needed to pay attention to be honest. And
they were the bullies.
They were. They have big Beavis and Butthead energy.
They had like mullets and southern accents.
Yeah. And their mom was really cocky on their behalf, which is funny because they get their shit rocked.
Yeah, it was satisfying. I enjoyed it.
So basically,
we get little James.
The highlight. Who?
We get little James.
Oh yeah.
You said who? Who? We get little James who got mad and he punched his little guy out of the ring.
He did, yeah.
Anyway, you were saying?
That was actually kind of cool. I like that he did that. That's how I fight. You hit me, I cry, and then I'm gonna punch you until you're dead.
Yeah.
I like that really the highlight of this episode is there's a lot of Oolong. So Oolong's in the stands and Ikosa's mom sits really close to him and he's like, gosh, you're not giving me the space that you'd give a human. Is it because I'm a little piggly wiggly? And he's got like a little mean face on and he's upset and it's funny and cute. That's Oolong for people wondering who
if
Oolong
you
is.
ever would have told me there's a game being developed where you play as Oolong hiding from Cell, I would not have believed you.
We've definitely, I feel like we made this game before on this show before, right?
We made this game on Roblox.
Like, I feel like this is something we've talked about, but maybe not.
I feel like when Cell started, Twitch clipped that. I feel like when Cell started...
Just clip when he says when Cell started.
I feel like I said something like a game where you hide from Cell or something.
Yeah.
I probably didn't.
And that's what the Breakers is. It's Oolong, Bulma, and Cell. And if you're Cell, you got to power up. You got to go through all the phases.
You can play as Frieza, too.
Yeah, you can play as Frieza. That's... Well, I guess he does have multiple phases, so that works. But he doesn't really need to, like, gather stuff to power up. Cell makes a lot more sense from what we've seen in the trailer. Like,
he's sucking people.
Yeah. And that's something we've both wanted to do for quite a while now. And we're going to get to.
That's why Cell is my Cell-sona.
I don't have any other notes for this episode. I don't know if anything else happens.
No, that's where it ends, Little James.
Yeah. I gave this one a 3 out of 7 stars.
I gave it a 3 out of 7.
Yeah. The tournament's begun. None of our characters are fighting. Videl and Gohan are waiting in line to qualify.
Why did they do that?
I know. Because Vegeta broke the machine. It's a pretty meh episode.
It is.
And it's not even, I mean, it's whatever. You know, next episode, a touch better.
Trunks versus Goten. A lot better. I actually really like this episode.
I like the one after it more.
Really? I like this one better than the next one.
Really?
Really?
Interesting.
Yeah, so we get Goten versus Ikosa, which of course he one punch mans him.
Well, before that, the announcer says, "Sounds like a dandy." That was cool.
What is a dandy?
I have no idea what that means. Sounds like a dandy. Sounds like a dandy. Professional voice actor. I just went from announcer to Oolong in 2 seconds.
Do Yamcha.
I can't do Yamcha.
Bulma.
I can't do Yamcha.
Do Master Roshi.
Don't
back out. Don't back out. Just do it.
Oh! Boobs.
He never says that. Oh boy, gee whiz. So we get so the announcer kind of recognizes the fact that Goten looks exactly like Kid Goku and reminisces a little bit, which is super cool. I really like the shot where like Kid Goku's like
coming at him.
Yeah, he like what is the way to say it? Like his
like Doctor Strange when he pushes people out.
Open your mind.
Was this like did they animate new scenes from Dragon Ball? That didn't look like Dragon Ball.
It looked new, but I highly doubt it.
It looked like Dragon Ball Z.
No, I know, I agree.
But yeah, we got a flashback of Goku versus
Muten Roshi, aka Jackie Chun.
Yes, and it was cool. We like the flashbacks here.
So he's blocking him. Yeah. Goten's blocking the guy. Ikosa, he one punches him. We get
his face. His face is broken forever. They don't show it on screen, but
I think he's like dead.
Yeah, like this Ikosa's face is done.
Trunks wins his little bout, and then we get like a montage of them making it to the finals.
Yeah, it's exactly what you expect.
And then that's the first half of the episode, and then eventually in the second half of the episode they start fighting. Did you like the fight choreography?
It's fun. Do you want to know my prediction? Because you told me.
Oh yeah, I told you to write down who that one. Yeah, who won?
Trunks is gonna win. And spoilers for the next episode, I was right.
Yeah, I thought that maybe you would think that they would subvert you.
No, I'm voting for Trunks every time.
It was a BS win. He cheated.
I don't know if he cheated.
He did cheat.
He did what Gohan did, and then
Goten
did, and then he broke a rule that he made himself.
Shouldn't have made the rule.
Yeah, but he can do whatever he wants. He's a grown man. He's a grown Super Saiyan.
Yeah, I mean, it's fine. I don't know.
We got a big Goten fan over here. Drop us a comment. Who's better, Goten or Trunks? Kid Trunks or Kid Goten? What is a cooler character?
Who's the cooler character? I feel like...
I'm assuming Goten grows up to be not a kid, but maybe he dies. It's an assumption on my part.
Maybe he never grows up.
It's never too late.
And when I hear you say you're gonna end your life, and then I hear you say that you're gonna end your life, and then again we try to just stay alive. Then again all we ever want is it's not too late.
It's never too late.
So we get Trunks gaining a little confidence in the fight. He's definitely a little cocky. Goten is a little nervous at first, but he wants to try to win too.
Is Goten nervous because he's going to lose, or is he nervous because like he might reveal himself as a Super Saiyan? Because he's not supposed to do that.
He doesn't care about that. That's why he did it.
That's true, I guess. I thought it was more of like
he's just a kid.
Instinctual thing. He just kind of busted out. Like he busted his Super Saiyan
Is
out.
that the Bus It challenge?
Yeah. So the Bus It challenge is when you go from human to Super Saiyan.
I do that every time. I do that every night. I bust it every night. I'm busting down. No, I think he's just a kid.
What a time capsule this episode has just become. Mm-hmm. Actually, the Bus It challenge is already come and go.
It's not my time. We got... Oh, what'd you give that out of 7?
4.
I gave it a 5. 4.
Really?
Yeah.
A 5?
I actually really enjoyed it. I thought the fighting was really good. And the animation was really good.
It's all right. I've seen better.
I mean, I wouldn't give it a 6.
I mean, I think Cell versus Gohan was better.
No. Cell versus Gohan's trash. No one likes that fight.
True.
What's actually better than that fight is Yamcha versus Cyberman. Guzzle for me? Oh, boy. You right?
Yeah, I'm okay.
Episode 212, Best of the Boys. This one tanked in terms of animation quality until the end.
So yeah, I just don't catch these things.
You should if you have eyeballs. So we start off with the Chi Blast. And Goku's like, yeah, they're all right. And everyone else is like, no, he shouldn't do that. But it turns out Trunks,
against the rules.
Well, it turns out Trunks is enough control to make sure that it doesn't hit the crowd. Yeah. And then Mr. Satan this whole time is getting like PTSD flashbacks from the Cell games. And then he's realizing that these guys are like the guys from the Cell games, so to speak. And then so he's like freaking out the whole time intermittently. Mm-hmm. And then Goten does a Kamehameha and he hits the roof of the building and it breaks.
And Goku's like, cut that out.
And then, so Trunks eventually gets Goten in the full Nelson after they exchange some blows. They punch each other in the face at the same time. I really liked this fight. I thought it was like kind of more like the OG Dragon Ball fights where it's like a little more, it's just less insane.
Yeah, I liked it a lot.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I mean, it's nothing crazy, but it was very enjoyable for me to watch. But he gets him in a full Nelson, so Goten turns Super Saiyan to get out of it. And then he's like, Trunks is like, you broke the rules. And he's like, oh, yeah, you're right. Oops. But he's like, hee hee.
Did not know that Goten could Super Saiyan. And they make some jokes about, man. Oh,
The
they
new
make
generation.
jokes later after Trunks goes Super Saiyan as well. That him and Vegeta are kind of like this generation. Kind of alluding to the whole, it's kind of crazy that these two kids are just going Super Saiyan like it ain't nothing.
I still don't understand the narrative reasoning.
Maybe it gets stronger from generation to generation. But that doesn't make sense because...
Kind of. There's a midichlorian style explanation.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Like a canon midichlorian style explanation.
Where does it happen?
Supposedly, like hybrids have more. It's called S cells.
When does this happen?
Never.
This is
It's just kind of a bullshit thing.
S cells.
Is midichlorians and hybrids apparently have a higher count.
He watched Star Wars prequels and was like, I really like the idea.
That's such a good idea. Everyone loves this.
We should explain everything mysterious.
No, I think he said this in like 2008 and like no one cared.
Everyone's like, no.
Nah, we'll just not. Anyway, Trunks eventually ends up winning after he says he's not going to use his arm, but then he does, and he turns Super Saiyan, which is rule breaking, and Goten's feet just barely touch the stand. I really enjoyed the fight. I enjoyed like Bulma and Chi-Chi cheering for them the whole time, like their antics, and them beating up Oolong was intense. I was about to say it was intense.
Yeah, Bulma the entire fight held Oolong like this and was just doing this.
He probably kind of liked it. Oh, dude, that Roshi joke slapped too.
It was so good. I can't remember exactly what
he was like. They're doing good, and I'm doing good too, because Bulma was standing in front of him. It's very
It's Roshi.
it's old classic.
It's old Roshi. Classic. He likes himself the ladies.
He loves the ladies, and what's wrong with that?
Yeah, just don't. Well, he doesn't. I mean, yeah, he was just standing behind her.
This time he didn't do nothing. He's just observing. He doesn't. In previous times, he grabs.
He's a lot worse in Dragon Ball. The man's is literally blood nostril shooting up into space.
That's because he gets horny.
That's because he has an erection, but they can't show him having an erection. That's my takeaway, at least.
Yeah, but that one time it won Krillin the fight against the Invisible Man.
That's true.
So we get Trunks wins. And then it ends up that it's going to be Satan versus Trunks.
Hilarious.
What do you actually think is going to happen?
I think Trunks is going to beat the living shit out of him. Because if it was Goten, he might not, but Trunks does not give a shit. And Vegeta's going to want him to do it. They don't like Mr. Satan already. I think Trunks is just going to actually beat the shit out of Mr. Satan.
We did get a point where everyone was laughing about it, and Vegeta was like, he's not even as strong as a houseplant. And then Videl hears him, and she's like, what? That's weird. And Gohan's like, oh, they're just joking around.
What is she even going to take from that? He's not as strong as a houseplant?
He's a weakling.
Yeah, but that's a weird saying. Also, another weird saying.
Vegeta's not known for his wit.
That's fair. Somebody else, Krillin, in this episode, somewhere in this episode, says he's talking about the youth tournament, how it's boring when it's not Goten and Trunks, and he's like, this is like watching wallpaper dry.
I don't know if you know this, but you had to glue on wallpaper, and it was
wet.
It was
watching
wet.
Paint dry.
Or wallpaper.
No one says that.
Not anymore. This is 1999 or something.
Drop a comment if you think it's wallpaper or paint.
It's both.
Drop a comment.
Wallpaper also dries.
Drop a comment and just say...
Don't drop a comment. Do not drop a comment.
You better not.
You better stop.
Stop!
You better stop. 5 out of 7. You gave it a 5?
I gave it 5.
That's crazy.
I liked it a lot more than the last episode.
That's crazy. What about it? What?
The fight. I just like the actual
fight
fighting.
was better than the last episode.
I like that he goes Super Saiyan. I like that Goku's like, oh shit. And then I also like that we have a winner. And I like that I was right and that it was Trunks. Question. Where the hell are we going in this show?
What is the plot right now?
A tournament, which I tend to like. Not this one's not really doing it for me.
I don't remember. Well,
yeah, we haven't really gotten
we're in the kids tournament, which is over now. But I forget who wins the tournament.
Total overall?
Yeah, who is your prediction?
Shit, I don't want to switch it up.
Who's the top 3?
Top 3, Goku.
Goku wins. No, who are you saying wins? First place, second place, third place. I must know. I simply must know. I simply must hear your thoughts.
I feel like I wrote this down.
A penny for your thoughts.
Penny for your thoughts, but a dollar for your inside. Goku is in the top 3. Vegeta.
No, who's first, second, and third
place? Place number 3. Place number 3 is...
Who? Say it. Go with your gut.
Krillin.
Really?
Yeah, that's what my gut says. That's why I was holding back, because I was like, I don't think my gut's right.
He's stronger than...
He's stronger than most.
18?
Fuck, I forgot about 18.
Piccolo?
I forgot about Piccolo.
Gohan?
Okay, here's the top 3. Here's the top 3. And I think it's gonna be interesting for you.
Okay. Let's hear it.
Third place, Piccolo. Second place, Goku. First place, Gohan. Final fight, Gohan versus Goku. Second to last final fight, Vegeta versus Piccolo.
And Piccolo wins, is what you're saying.
Piccolo beats Vegeta.
Interesting. When's the last time our boy Vegeta caught a dub?
It's been a minute. Well, when he had sex, that's probably... I count that as a dub. It's a win.
That was 8 years ago.
I mean, look, you know, you take your W's when you can get them. And if it was between Virgin or every 8 years, you know, what are you going to do?
Do you think they've done it again since? They lived together for the last 8 years, so.
Even if, they hate it, like even if they hate each other, there's like, you know, they have a dinner together and it's like they're kind of remembering what they like about each other.
It's like, oh, you're so frustrating.
Yeah, and then they kind of get a little passionate. You know, they're doing the dishes together. They're splashing water.
He does not do dishes.
He's splashing water.
But he's our short king. And she's our tall queen.
That's
and
true.
our rich queen. And,
yeah.
You know.
And that's okay. You know, tall, short, you get your kings and queens. And
we were the kings and queens of promise.
Oh, I'm not going to hurt you. I'm just going to hurt you really, really bad. That's a reference to Jared Leto's Joker because he was singing Kings and Queens by 30 Seconds to Mars. Who's the singer?
Jared Leto.
Jared Leto. Connect the dots. Connect the dots.
Jared Leto.
Take us home.
Who's in House of Gucci?
Jared Leto.
Jared.
Take us home.
Ladies and gentlemen, this has been Dragonball Speak, episode 65. We only got so many left until episode 69. What should we do? Drop it in the comments below. What to expect in the future of Dragonball Speak? Well, if you have to ask, we only have about 80 more episodes in the entire series. What's coming next? Should we do Super? Should we do Kai? Should we do GT? Should we do Abridged? Should we do the OG series? Should we do Heroes? Drop in the comments below. You looked like you were doing the Bust It challenge. You looked like you were bussing down.
Thank you for dealing with this chaotic episode. These 3 episodes didn't give us much to talk about, but we made a fresh, hot, juicy 30 minutes for y'all.
More to come.
See you next week on Dragonball Speak.
Dragon Ball!